Hello friends, many of you have probably heard the phrase, "We be of one blood, ye and I." It comes from one of Kipling's works, which most of us know from our childhood. In reality, this quote perfectly emphasizes that all living creatures on the planet are children of Mother Nature, who equally loves all of her offspring. The story I'm about to tell you today is so unique that it may seem unbelievable at first glance, and even magical at times. Its uniqueness lies in the fact that it directly concerns our animal brethren, who despite their difference in appearance and lifestyle, managed to become close friends. It all started when a female cheetah in the San Diego Zoo gave birth to only one cub, which immediately surprised the staff since such a small litter was a clear deviation from the norm. Few people know that an average female cheetah can give birth to up to 8 cubs, who need to feel the warmth of their mother and the support of their little siblings from the early days. Any deviation from the norm is perceived as a natural anomaly by the predators, which in most cases leads to the death of the offspring. It's hard to say why Ruxa's mother didn't have more cubs. Perhaps it was due to her age or the fact that the animal was kept in captivity instead of its natural habitat. Whatever the reason, Ruxa was left all alone since her mother refused to feed him almost immediately after birth. Thus, the orphaned cheetah cub ended up being bottle-fed by the zookeepers, who essentially became his surrogate parents. At that time, one of the more experienced veterinarians came up with the brilliant idea to place another small tenant in the cheetah's enclosure. It turned out to be an 8-week-old Rhodesian Ridgeback puppy named Raina. The puppy was so affectionate and playful that it was impossible not to fall in love with her. The zookeepers wanted the newborn cheetah to have a real friend in the face of his new roommate so that he wouldn't feel so lonely. Let me jump ahead and say that it was the best decision the zookeepers could have made, as it completely transformed the life of the little cheetah. Raina and Ruxa were that popular duo whose stories made headlines on news sites around the world, making them famous. Contrary to some of the experts' expectations, the cheetah and the dog didn't just get along exceptionally well from the first days of their acquaintance, but also became inseparable, faithful friends who endured all hardships and deprivations together. Many of you might think that we should end our story on such an optimistic note, but let me assure you, my friends, that this is just the beginning of this incredible tale. Unfortunately, several months later, veterinarians discovered a congenital anomaly on the bone tissue in the young cheetah, which deformed his front paws and deprived him of the ability to move normally. This was particularly devastating because everyone knew that cheetahs were among the fastest animals, not only on the continent, but in the whole world. Thus, having lost his innate speed and strong legs, the cheetah named Ruxa was doomed to certain death. It was at this pivotal and challenging moment that the zoo veterinarians decided to perform surgery on him. Of course, considering the cheetah's young age, no one could predict the outcome of this risky venture. However, delaying the surgery would have meant a death sentence for the little Ruxa. Fortunately, thanks to the timely assistance of highly skilled specialists, Ruxa had hope for a normal life. The most amazing thing was that throughout the entire post-operative period, the dog named Raina was always by Ruxa's side, keeping him warm with her own body and supporting him as best she could. Constantly licking the cheetah's face, the dog whimpered impatiently, making it clear that her greatest desire in the world was for her friend and even brother to recover. Fortunately, the recovery of little Ruxa was the very happy ending, which all the San Diego Zoo staff eagerly awaited. Thus, the story of Ruxa the cheetah and Raina the dog became a clear confirmation that true friendship doesn't require being born in the same pack or even belonging to the same species.